It's raining, it's hazing, it's chilly, it's miserable in College Park, folks. And this is Shippy the Explorer, and I'm just smile. Huh? Bring it, come. And it is trash day, and I'll be. It's trash day, and we are in the midst of carrying out the trash. Well, today's tomorrow is Tuesday. Today was actually the day to take the trash out, but today turns out to be Indigenous Day, and so yeah, things in there.
Everything in there?
Yeah, a couple of bottles inside.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay, but it's a shame that my wife has to be doing this.
Oh, go on.
Because why she has to be doing the trash? Because Shippy the Explorer is coming back on his feet, and well, my head is covered. But today was Indigenous Day, and surprisingly, I heard that the information had changed to back to Columbus Day, where they think, but Columbus Day is a controversial issue, and has become a controversial issue because some people think that Columbus didn't discover America, and he just stumbled on it. So the question is it Indigenous Day or Columbus Day? But we'll solve that problem some other time. In the meantime, it's cold, it's well, cool, rainy, and really miserable in College Park. And so we have taken out the trash. So tomorrow, whenever the trash day falls on a holiday, then the trash is pulled on the next day. So that's what we are doing right now. So I'm just coming back up the hill in support of this lovely lady, and she was kind enough to do the trash for us. Okay. All right. Close the door? Yeah. Well, what about my manners? I forgot to remind you that you're watching Shippy the Explorer, and so welcome back to this station for another version of life in College Park. And so in the dark, I bring you greetings. And then I'll say, let there be light. And there is light. And there is light. All right, so let's see if we can get the water off my face and all that, and get cleared up. You know, in the act of the freeing of the hostages and the 5,000 years, some people say it's 3,000 years. It's actually 5,090 years or so in the war in the Palestinian region, when the horns was blown, and the Israelites came over into Jericho, and that has been going on ever since. But because of that, Shippy the Explorer has been home and been watching all that good news, because it's about time. It's about time that we free up the area, free the people, free the 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 so-called enemies against each other. Let them be free on both sides. Let them be free to live, learn, and multiply and do good for themselves and others. And it's about time. So we celebrate that celebration. And so Shippy the Explorer has been watching that news on the television from early this morning, from last night. And so my heart is elated because we are now in a process that hopefully we have everlasting peace in the region. If you ever grown up and have what they call a pet peeve in your life, something that is sticking you in the guts, that worries you and drives you crazy for all these years, pet peeve. Sometimes it's the fact that you probably don't have a father. Sometimes it's a problem that you have a stepfather and he's treating you bad. Sometimes it's a mother or a stepmother. Sometimes it's a sibling and they're driving you crazy. And sometimes it's religion and all that. But Shippy the Explorer has had the pet peeve for some reason, for some unusual reason, that the Palestinians and the Israeli issue has been at the base of my heart, has been tearing up my soul for the few years that I have been on this earth. Well, I just celebrate a certain birthday, so I'm in the 70s right now. I don't want to give you the age, but I'm telling you, from I first learned of the discrepancy between the different people, and they're not too different. They are really, if you really realize and know the history of the region, they are cousins. They're really cousins. And so it's like a family fight. And so I did take on that in my soul and feel so bad about it. And every time something happens to one side or the other, then I feel bad. And something about me is that a lot of people don't realize, if you're from the colonial side of history, like within the Caribbean or South America, Central America, and you have a colonial history, it's possible that you have either Jewish or Palestinian blood running through your body, and Shippy the Explorer does. So whenever you find family fighting among themselves, it bothers a lot of people, and so it bothers this young person in his core sense. And so I was worried to death that this thing has been going on. When you see the death on both sides, then you feel so bad. You feel so helpless. And so I've been watching this, all this elation and happiness that finally we have come to the stage where we might have peace. We might have tranquility. We might have a renewal of the whole area. And people are able to embrace themselves as family, like once again, in the act of uniting the family, in whether you are saying 5,000 or 4,000 or 3,000 or 500 years. It's amazing. And then so I embrace all that happiness in my soul and wish all the families that have lost on both sides a timely healing in your soul and in your heart, and learn to forgive. If you forgive, on both sides, then it will be better. And so today's tape is telling you that Shippy the Explorer was frustrated about what to do today, what to talk about in this video, what to present to you. And I was hoping that something comes across. And so what happened, as soon as I volunteered to take the trash out on Indigenous Day, my wife says, keep yourself quiet. Sit down, boy. Keep yourself quiet. And she will take it out. But still yet, I volunteered to do it inside because remember, I was still recovering from hip surgery. And so to encourage her and to support her, I went outside. And so the fact of talking about Indigenous holiday in Jamaica, in United States versus Columbus Day, then the thought of the Palestinian issue came up to tell you what has happened to me. And so we're talking about that, but we're also talking about the fact that we are celebrating that day. And we are looking at the fact that we need to celebrate the fact that people were here before Columbus. And how do we celebrate that? Do you say it's Columbus Day, or do you want it to be Indigenous Day? That's the controversial issue. Now, some people say if you're from the European side of the fence, you're saying that Columbus was a great sailor, really Italian, but went to Spain and got his commission to sail west. Sail west because he knew in himself as a great sailor that something was very special about this earth. The earth wasn't flat. Although a lot of people in the old European society thought the earth was flat, and so they thought if you sail west into the setting sun, you'll eventually fall off into some unknown land or in space. But Columbus had an inclination that the world was round. And so he sat a number of days on the seashore, and he looked and he watched the ships going out to sea, and he saw where the ships gradually got smaller and smaller, and they disappear until that whatever the pole you call it, I don't know the pole, gradually disappear beyond the horizon. And he says, this earth is not flat, but it's round. And so he went to Spain, Queen Isabella, and he got the commission to sail west because they wanted to go west so they can reach into the Indies or the India or where the spices were. And he could have brought back gold and spice back into Europe, into Spain. But as he sailed west, he stumbled onto the lands and the people of the Caribbean. We call it Caribbean now. He stumbled on the Americas. And so, it wasn't an intentional discovery, it was a mistake. He stumbled onto these lands. And so, he explored more, and he explored, and then he went back to Spain, and with the good news and some of the natives in his ship, and with a touch of few nuggets of gold or whatever he found, and fruits and all sorts of things. And he went back and told the royalty, the crown, what he had found. And so started the clash between Europe and the people of the Americas, who were here thousands of years before. So is it a Columbus Day or is it Indigenous Day? Huh. That's a big argument. That's a big argument today. And that's a controversy, because that has been going on from 1492 until now. And on the other side of the issue with the Palestinians and the Israelis, that has been going on from, well, I think 5,000, over 5,000 years. But the main thing is that as people, we need to come to some agreement. As human beings, we need to come to agreement that we can agree to disagree, and so that we can move on as human beings. Is it an Indigenous Day or Columbus Day? We as people can talk. Aye, aye, aye. Shippy the Explorer is saying, enjoy the rest of the day. Enjoy it because it's a national holiday. While I take out the trash or what, help my wife go take the trash out, that's the little pleasure I get, because I am able to walk now again. And so, but you are free to discuss this on a future topic. As Shippy the Explorer is saying, aye, aye, aye. Take care of yourself and learn to discuss things among your family and friends, or better yet, family. Because there are two sides to any story. Thanks for watching. Thanks for sharing. Thanks for subscribing. As Shippy the Explorer saying, bye for now. Columbus versus the indigenous people of the Americas. Bye. See you. Take good care.